guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be doing a bunch of tuning on a variety of cars. We'll see how many I can get through today. I'm gonna start off with just dyno hits on this car. I'm not tuning it. I'm like anti-N54. If you have N54, don't ask me to deal with it. This is Z4M with an N54. Not a common car. Check this out. Z4M never came with M54. My friend's shop, N54 Performance, put this motor in this car and made it work. It's currently tuned by Wedge. It has a dock race turbo kit, dock race intake manifold. It's on 93 octane. It has port injection installed and wired up, but it's not tuned yet. So it should make. He had some issues with his boost controller, so you brought it here for me to take a look at it. It was all wired and working. I was like on the wrong display, so it wasn't reading anything right. It's now on pump gas, 24 PSI, 22 PSI, something like that. I don't know exactly. I would assume really like 2021, but he said it's like 22, 23. But we'll see. I'm gonna make some hits, see what this makes, get it out of here, and move on to the next car. So I got a lot of cars to tune today, because my lot is, I'll show you guys, my lot is packed. I have way too many cars. It's also horrendous outside, but I mean, like, packed. So let's get started. I made 450 wheel horsepower, about 13 pounds of boost. Immediately went to lip mode after because N54 problems. I don't know what the hell's wrong with the car. Not my problem really, just dynoing it. So they're gonna have to figure out what codes came on and what's wrong with it. But 450 wheel horsepower, pretty nice curve. I bet if it really was at 20 pounds boost, it'd be 500, 550 plus wheel horsepower. So we're gonna see. I just reset everything. We're gonna see, we're gonna another jumper on it because the car randomly dies, battery wise, if we turn it off. I'm gonna throw a jumper on it, see if we can get it started up and make some more hits. It, let the owner and the owner deal with it, figure out whatever's wrong with it. So 450 wheel horsepower, pretty cool car. Z4 dope chassis, Z4 dope chassis. Pretty, I mean, the electronic on N54 just crashed, so I'm not surprised. We are where we are. We'll get this junk off and on to the next one. I don't think you guys know how ready I am to get rid of this car. Been here way too long, car left, came back, obviously I mentioned before. had a clogged gas tank, like the turn line. The new gas tank hit in, another new fuel pump, new fuel filter, injector cleaner. So the list of things done to make this thing run good is wild. We also did an OBD2 conversion, which will allow me to properly tune the car and diagnose it. It's really more so for the diagnosis part. So I'll be able to properly diagnose this car and go from there. So ready to go. We'll make some hits. Dial and drivability first. Make some hits. See what we can make. I think it was upper 200s wheel before. It's an S52 at like 4 or 5 pounds of boost. It's lower. Like, not a great exhaust, stuff like that. So now that it's running good, all the injectors flow the same, and there's not like a variety of issues. Let's see if we can make more than that. Alright, so that's it for this car. It's pretty good. I mean, 310 wheel horsepower maximum is not going to make really anything more than that. It's a non-intercooled supercharger setup on it. It gets hot, real hot. So, this is set up, by the way. I feel like I haven't really showed it off too well. So, pretty nice setup. It's basic. All this is really not the nicest, but it came here originally with no idle control hoses routed. The list, I can make lists for days and then have things messed up and missing. But either way, here's dyno sheets. 311 wheel horsepower first hit. I mean, this is like early in the deck. Another 311, but you can see, even back to back, that power loss is a car pulling timing, and the power drop right there, 382 wheel horsepower. That's a car pulling even more timing due to just a hot air temp. So with a non-intercooled setup, you can make decent power. You might see something online that says, oh, a car makes 300 wheel, 310 wheel, whatever it is. One hit. You do back-to-back hits, the air gets hot, the car pulls timing, and it pulls timing to keep it safe, and the power will continuously drop. So 260 after back-to-back hits. This car, if it had no supercharger, would make 240 wheels. So right on the street, if you can keep it cool, it'll make 300-ish wheel. Otherwise, it's not that great. Hopefully you can keep it cool. I'm done with this car. It runs and drives flawlessly. I'm happy. He's gonna finally pick it up, hopefully today. I would love to not see this car again for a really long time. That's it for this one. All right guys, so I was gonna do just one day of dyno hits, but this is actually a second day of dyno hits. So behind me, we have a 2020 M2 competition package. A lot of people keep asking, are these cars tunable? Yes, they are. They do sometimes require bench unloads first before you try and tune them. So this has our front mount intake. I don't know how good that really, you can see it. I don't think it looks crazy from this camera angle. Let's see if you see this, bro. Woo! It looks pretty wild. It's a little dark in here. The lighting's not the best, but M2 competition has our full package. Intakes, downpipes, tune. Just dyno testing to see where it's at. He didn't drive around the tune for a little while, but we had the intakes are a little bit different fitment than the F80s, so if you have this car, don't buy used intakes for this car, buy specific ones for this car. We have to modify it and change some things to make it fit perfectly. Check this out. So, other news of what's going on in the shop. This car is like almost done. E30 M3, the S54 swap in. So, it's been a lot of work. Too much work for what it's worth. Crank hub job. F80, 2. Intake downpipe tune at 435 Grand Coupe. So I'm hitting you guys some dyno hits on this M2 comp right now with the tune. All right, so before I tune the car, I'm gonna run an actually stock tune with all the mods on it. So intake, charge pipes, downpipes, all the goodies, but no tune yet. Let's see what it does. these cars will make about 395 to 405 wheels now with nothing done to it on our net. These factory intakes are wild. It's the same air boxes as the S55 and the F80 and 3 and 4. But there's no duct going into the bumper. I wish there was a picture of it. But inside the grill over here, a lot of companies sell like scoops to give you like better airflow, so air will come right out the car and push into the duct into the intake. They're blocked off, they're walled off. The only place this car is sucking the air from is like literally through the gaps in the headlight, through the gaps here, through the gaps there. There's no like directed airflow through the grill area like all the other ones. It's pretty wild. So intakes are going to be a huge difference. Not if you look at an underhood intake with a drop-in filter, or I don't want to say a brand. Any companies that put intakes under the hood are not suggesting them. Or any other cars, front mount intakes, keep. Those cars should make 395, 405 wheel horsepower with no tune, nothing done to it. Obviously, this car's got full bolt-ons. It makes 147, which is like ridiculous. Huge numbers. I don't know why it's so high. It should not be this high in this car. But sort of janky power curve. It comes up real hard. It sort of like hangs out and like not the smooth, nice thing. So I'm gonna make some hits right now. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna throw my off-the-shelf tune in this car, dyno it, see what we got, see if it's tweak and go from there. So after the tune car made 550 mobile, 93 octane, intake downpipe tune. Check this out. And this is new power curve. So before I like little wigglies, that thing is just killing it. So 100 plus wheel horsepower for a few simple mods. Like I said, you have F2 combination package you can get to. And you're like worried because a lot of people see now unlock open and unlock the not have to move the car, local, you plug right into it, update it like that, you save the old file location and everything like the dealer, you want to convert it fully back to stock, it's no problem. So another M2 100 plus wheel. That's it really for today, for this vlog. Appreciate you guys watching. If you guys like what you're seeing, subscribe, give me a thumbs up.